knowledge about the previous topic, so I repeat again what is non-monotonic and monotonic reasoning. Okay. Now, what is monotonic reasoning? So, anyone can know what is monotonic reasoning? What is reasoning? Why we require reasoning? Anyone can define reasoning or monotonic reasoning? Already we have discussed in previous lecture, right? Okay, no problem. Again, I repeat. What is monotonic reasoning? So, first of all, once the conclusion is taken, then it will remain same even if we add some other information to existing information in our knowledge base. So, I hope you have clear what is knowledge base and why we create knowledge base, because we make a AI system that can take decision automatically without help of human. But human has a intelligence, but system has not intelligence. So we give the knowledge base or some intelligence to our system. So based on that data, they process the data. So this is process is called reasoning, and then they take the decision is called reasoning. But the monotonic reasoning is that the once the conclusion is taken, then it will remain same even if we add some other information to existing information in our knowledge base, right? So decisions are not affected by new fact not suitable for real-time system. But in real-time system, suppose we are making a system for weather forecasting, right? So we give the today's data in our system. So it is the real-time data we are added day by day. So that is not suitable for monotonic reasoning because the decision or conclusion is not changed. Okay. So monotonic reasoning only useful for theorem proving. So that require basic knowledge, that require some rules to prove the system. Okay. For example, suppose I have one fact that is earth revolves around sun. So simple, this statement is truth and there is no change in future. So this is our monotonic reasoning method. In that, suppose we are adding after a conclusion, I add earth is not round. So there is no change in decision, right? Our conclusion is not change. So this is called monotonic reasoning. Okay, suppose all old proofs are valid. In monotonic reasoning, we are given some old proof or the truth. So old proof are valid. Can't use for real world problem. I hope you have clear why it not used for real life problem, because conclusion may not change by adding the new information. Okay, new knowledge from real world can't be added. Now, where it is used for theorem proving, some predefined rules and the structure is there. So this reasoning is used for theorem proving. Okay. Now the main is nowadays most widely used, that is non-monotonic reasoning. So conclusion may be invalidated if we add some more information to our knowledge base. Means suppose we are adding the today's data in our weather forecasting system, so they can change the conclusion. So real time data we can add at later of our system. So helpful in real world scenario. Okay. For example, suppose I have one database that contain following facts, that are birds can fly, penguin can't fly, and Alexa is a bird. So what is the conclusion from these three statements? That Alexa can fly. But suppose in non-monotonic reasoning, we can add the fact at later part. Suppose I adding one extra fact, that is Alexa is a penguin. Already I have these three statements in our data set, that is birds can fly, penguin can't fly, and Alexa is a bird. Now I added one more statement, that is Alexa is a penguin, right? So now my conclusion is changed because penguin can't fly. So Alexa can't fly. So this is our non-monotonic reasoning. So disadvantage, this reasoning is not used for theorem proving. Suppose we are adding real-time data, so conclusion may be changed. But in monotonic reasoning, the conclusion remains same. Okay. This example or this reasoning is for robot navigation. Okay. Now the next example, suppose here I given the data, penguin cannot fly. here you can see that here I write this horizontal line, and in that I mark as a vertical line, so means not. So penguin cannot fly. Now birds has a wing, so you have to write in this manner, birds has a wing. But birds can fly, so you can write in this manner, birds can fly. Okay, penguin is a bird, so penguin is a bird. And conclusion, penguin can fly, so you can say that penguin can fly. So this is a penguin that directly redirect to this. Okay, so in this manner, non-monotonic reasoning, they take the decision. Okay, now we see what are the key issue in non-monotonic reasoning. So how can the knowledge base be extended? So suppose we are adding the new fact, so our conclusion of our system may be changed, right? So the issues is that how we can add the new knowledge in our extended system. So suppose we are giving it is no that not P, so it is not known whether P. So these both statements are different. So how we can add this type of conflict statement at later part of our knowledge base. So there are the major issue in knowledge base non-monotonic reasoning. The second example, the second issue is how can knowledge base be updated properly when a new fact is added to the system. So how we can update the system, since addition of a fact can cause previously discovered proof to be become invalid, because we are adding the new knowledge, so it can change the our conclusion, right? So how we can update the new knowledge? So this is also one of the issue. The solution is to keep track of the proof. So we have to track the proof of solution. Okay. Now the third issue is how can knowledge be used to help resolve conflict when there are several inconsistent non-monotonic inference that can be drawn. So sometimes the conflict is there. Suppose two statements are there, the birds can fly and birds cannot fly. Suppose two statements are given, then we are intelligent, so we can take decision. Suppose the bird is a penguin, then it can't fly. But suppose bird is a peacock, then we can say that it is fly. But some statements the system cannot take the decision because of conflict. So these are the issues in non-monotonic reasoning. Okay. Now we check what are the logic for non-monotonic reasoning. Okay, so what is logic for non-monotonic reasoning? There are two approaches for that. The first one is non-monotonic logic and default logic. Okay, so the next or last topic of your unit is logic for non-monotonic reasoning. So there are two approaches for default reasoning. So here the first one is non-monotonic logic and the second is default logic. So one by one we check what is the non-monotonic and what is default logic. Okay. Now as you see, what is default logic? First of all, we clear. Default logic can express fact like by default something is true. By contrast, the standard logic can only express that something is true or what something is false. This is a problem because reasoning often involves facts that are true in the majority of cases but not always. Okay, sometimes we can say only birds typically fly. So for example, we take one example. So birds typically fly. All the have this statement and this is a fact. But some assumption or some birds can't fly. So these are the some assumption or some exception cases we can't represent in one statement, that is birds typically fly. So this rule can be expressed in standard logic either by all birds fly, which is inconsistent with the fact that penguin do not fly. So one example, penguin is not fly, but penguin is also one bird, right? So the majority of we are represent in our predicate logic, but already we are know penguin do not fly, right? So all birds that are not penguin and not ostrich and they are fly, which require all exception to the rule to be specified. Default logic aim at formalizing inference like this one without explicitly mentioning all their exceptions. So in default logic, formalize inference rule like one without explicitly mentioning all other exception. So we are not mentioning the exception cases in this representation. Okay. Now we take one example so you have clear. So here you can see that how we can represent in logic, default logic. First of all, I give one example. So default logic, in that we have to represent our data in this format: A colon B and then C. So how we can read this statement default logic? Read as, if A is provable and it is consistent to assume B, then conclude C. So this is the method, predefined or fixed method, to represent our logic in default logic manner. Okay, what is default logic? So this is the one of the approach for non-monotonic reasoning. Okay, so how we can represent our data in default logic? So this is the structure: A colon B underline and in between divided by C. So what is the, how we can read? If A is provable and if it is consistent to assume B, then conclude C. C is our conclusion. A is provable and if it is consistent to assume B. So some of the assume or assumption cases are right in here, B, and then A is our provable, that is all birds are flies, so we can say birds flies, this is provable. So A is provable, B is some assumption cases, and C is our conclusion. Okay, so default logic represent in this structure. Okay, now we check one example so you have clear. So it is a very common form of non-monotonic reasoning. So conclusion are drawn based on what is mostly like to be true. So we take conclusion, there are most probably right. Okay. So for example, here I give one example for default logic. Here you can see that birds X, then colon flies X, then we can say that flies X. Okay, this rule means that if X is a bird and it can assume that it flies, then we can conclude that it flies. So how we can read? If X is a bird, it can be assumed that it flies, then we can conclude that it flies. Okay, but the background theory containing some assumption, right? Penguin. So penguin can't fly. So we can write in this manner. Suppose condor is a bird, then penguin is a bird, then penguin can't flies and B flies. Okay. We can represent some assumption in this manner. Okay. So default logic is one of the method to represent your knowledge in logic of non-monotonic reasoning. So this is our structure, X, Y, and this is our Z. Okay, so you have to read in this manner. If X is a bird and it can be assumed that it flies, then we can conclude that it flies. Okay, now also we take one example. Suppose you have given one question, how many wheels of John's car have? So you are directly give the answer, car have only four wheels, right? So we can answer the 4. Now I have one question, that is the conclusion is withdraw if one supplied with the information that one wheel of the John car has just been stolen. So now what is the answer of our question? How many wheels of John's car have? Now the answer is changed because the one wheel is stolen, right? Now our answer is changed because in non-monotonic reasoning, our knowledge, fact can be added, and then we also change our answer or conclusion. Now our answer is 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 because one wheel is stolen. Okay. So this is the default law reasoning, means some exception cases are there. By default already we know John has a car that have 4 wheels, but one is stolen. So that that fact is added in our system. So our answer is modified, that is 3. Okay. Now what is non-monotonic logic? So, for example, already you know what is non-monotonic. So non-monotonic means our suppose we are adding knowledge, then they can change the decision, right? So the second approach for default reasoning is non-monotonic logic. Means truth of the proposition may change when new information are added, and logic may be built to allow the statement to be retract. Suppose we are adding the one new knowledge statement or a fact, then our logic is changed, right? So here one M operator is used. So what is M operator? So use a modal operator, and why it is used for to allow consistency. Here one new operator are used, that is M. So M is used for allow the consistency. Suppose I give one example. Suppose X plays instrument, right? And X manage instrument. Then we can say that the Jones musician is X. Okay, X is John musician. So I given one example that X plays instrument and X manages instrument, and then we say that X is a John musician. So how we can read M operator? So here I write this statement. How we have to read this statement? If X plays instrument and consistently manage. What is the meaning of M? Means they daily or consistently manage X. Then X is a Jones musician. Okay. So M is used for consistency. Okay. So plays X plays instrument and consistency consistently manage X, then X is a John musician. So this is our non-monotonic logic. Okay. So finally, the second approach is default logic. So already we see A colon B, then C. So A is a prerequisite, B is a justification, and C is our consequent. So all words are already be taken one example, bird. So now your unit is over. Already we discussed this example. So any students have doubt in today's lecture?
No.
Okay. Some students have doubt in a given assignment, right? So some are conflict in how to convert in CNF form. So I again repeat, because in your exam the main content is convert your first logic in reasoning manner using forward and backward. Okay, 1 minute.
Lecture puro.
1 minute. This is your one kind of revision. Some students have doubt in this topic. So I clear first of all how you can convert your first your English statement in first order logic, and then convert in CNF form. So already.
મને doubt નથી. Lecture પૂરો મેમ?
No.
નહીં.
No.
હા.
Okay. So already you have cleared this statement, right? Marcus is a man, and then how you can convert this easy sentence. Mostly students have write in assignment. I also check, but they are problem in complex statement. So you require practice more. Suppose I have checked your assignment. So there are mostly conflict in converting your first logic and CNF form and all. Okay, so I give one example. Suppose we take one example, how to convert your first order logic using top down approach, convert in resolution, and we proof using resolution graph, right? So first of all, here I given one fact, that is Geeta likes all kind of food. The mango and chapati are food. Geeta eats almond and still alive, then anything eaten by anyone and is still alive is food. Okay, so now we convert in first of all predicate logic. So here you can write in this manner, for all x. Suppose I also copy this your statement, so you have to easy. Okay, now all are visible. What are the statement and how you can convert? So first step is you have to convert in predicate logic or first order logic. So the two terms are very intermittently used. Now first statement is Geeta likes all kind of food. So you have to convert in this manner, for all x, food of x, Geeta likes x. Okay, now mango and chapati are food. So mango food and chapati are food. So Geeta eats almond and still alive. So you can write Geeta eats almond and alive Geeta. So you can write here and operator are used to represent your two statement. Okay, yeah.
क्या दो लाया था, 1 2 3 4?
You have to in this conversion we can split our statement in 2 or 3 parts. Suppose your statement is long, then you can split your sentence in 2 or 3. Okay, here the one also here 3 statement, third statement, that is x eats y, then x is killed, and why? Because they eat food. Here y is a food. Okay, so you can also split your statement into 2 or 3 parts, because here I write the statement number 4, anything eaten by anyone. So here the third statement is anything eaten by anyone. Okay, so x eats y and is still alive is food. Okay, so you can write split into statement, anything and alive x, then it is not killed. Okay, so in our proof your statement, so there are some cases that we have no statement in our rule. So you have to check any one statement contained in two or how we can split our statement so that it can eliminate our resolution graph. Okay, you have to check.
सेकंड ही रहेगा, पहले नहीं डालना।
It's my first. मेरी जिंदगी की
मैं तेरी बड़ी बहन हूँ।
Oh, mute your mic. Who is this? Mute your mic.
लाइन में कभी मंदी नहीं आती।
Enrollment number 637.
इतना जब तेरे को यही करना था तो कोई भी अल्लू पल्लू पढ़ लेना।
Mute your mic.
क्यों पढ़ा?
Video number.
पापा मानते?
क्या नहीं मानते? वो तो हम लोग तो तेरे ही पर छोड़े थे कि तू
Okay. Sorry for disturbance. 1 minute.
અરુણ ભાઈ દો એની મમ્મી હાથે.
Okay.
મેમ ફોટો બદલ્યો ને ચાર્જિંગ નથી ફોન માં.
This is not my issue. Okay.
So
now we start converting your first order logic in CNF form. So already we have converted into first order logic. Now how we can convert in CNF form? So first of all you have to eliminate this quantifier, then you can negate the statement of this implies before implies. So here food x, then you have to write not food x, and this implies sign you have to replace with this or operator. all the students remember this thing. Here in CNF form, not AND operator is used. Only used your OR operator. Here I given OR sign in all the CNF form. Okay. So please remember this thing. Now you have to convert the second statement. In second statement, there is no required for elimination and converting in or like. Now third statement, suppose here for all x and for all y. Now I have to drop this quantifier, then negate the statement that is not x eat y, and here given AND. So I have to convert it into OR, and not killed. So I have to convert it into killed, because this is the before this implies sign. Okay. Then I have to write or food y. Fourth statement, Geeta eats almond. So it is as it is. And so here I given AND operator. So you can separate with comma. Suppose you are converting into OR, so it is also possible. So you can check the fifth example. So killed X and alive. And you can also split the statement. Okay, here the long statement is used. So you can split the statement like statement number 4. Now sixth statement, so I have to convert, drop the quantifier and convert it into negation form. So not alive X, and then I also write in implies sign or operator, and not killed X. Okay. So before implies sign, you have to convert into negation, and after implies sign, not require the negation. These are the rules for converting your FOL into CNF form. Okay. So we can check how we can prove our this statement using resolution graph. So first of all, we have to negate the statement. So we have to prove Geeta likes almond. So here I given not likes Geeta, not likes almond. Okay. Now I have to check in this all the rule or the rule of the CNF form. Geeta likes an almond. Is it available in this statement? So yes. This statement, that is almond, here we are using X, so we have to replace X as a almond. So here I can write almond. Okay. And the statement is X not like food, and or Geeta likes almond. So this statement I have to write in right hand side. Okay, because I have replaced almond in instead of X. Now I have to check, is this statement available in our rules or in rules of CNF form? Food and likes. Yes, here given that X eats Y, then X killed, then Y eat food. So here also X is used, so I have to replace X as almond. Then I have to check, is any available statement that can eliminate our statement is available in CNF form? Yes. So I have to write this statement, and one by one I have to iterate this process till I go to the 5. This statement not alive Geeta and alive Geeta is the opposite of both the statement. So we can eliminate this statement, and so we reach over the 5. Means there is no any one sentence is remaining at last. Okay. So we can say that the Geeta likes almond. Okay. Yeah. So what are the rules you have to remember? How we convert in FOL logic into CNF form. So first rule is eliminate this implies sign. Suppose A implies B is equivalent to not A or B. So you have to first of all convert in this manner. A implies B is equivalent to not A or B. Okay. Suppose you are given two implies sign, A double implies B. So you have to first of all separate A implies B and B implies A. Then you have to convert into not A, then or B, and not B or A. Okay. Suppose I have one example, Roman of X. So directly I have converted. Now what is our second rule? So first of all, we have converted and we have to eliminate this sign. Okay. Now, now reduce the scope of this negotiation. Suppose you are having A and B, and then you have to given this negation sign. So you have to give separately, not A, then or not B. Okay. Not inside bracket A and B. So you have to directly convert not A or not B. Okay. Now third statement, reduce the scope of negation to a single term. So already we have reduced in this, like not A and B. So you have given not A or not B. Now next statement, that is standardized variable. So each quantifier bind a unique variable. Suppose you are giving in this format, for all x p of x and for all x q of x. So would be converted into for all x p of x and for all y q of y. So suppose you are using two same variables, so you have to convert with separate new variable x and y. Okay. So standardized variable. So each quantifier bind to a unique variable. So you have to use unique variable to represent for all. Okay. Now move all quantifier to the left of the formula without changing their order. So you have to move all the quantifier to the left of the formula without changing order. Means जो भी यहाँ पे आपके quantifier है उसको क्या करना है, reduce कर देना है. तो जो आपके reduce कर रहे हो, तो suppose for all x, for y, all y and for all z you are using, so you have to give separately. जहां पे आपने x यूज किया है तो वहां पे आपको x, y यूज किया है तो y और z यूज किया है तो z आपको दे देना है, राइट? बिकॉज वी आर एलिमिनेटिंग दिस फॉर ऑल x, y and z. Okay. Now eliminate existential quantifier and replace that variable with a function. Suppose you are using for all x, then there exists y, so you can father y, father of x. So you have to reduce this elimination of this all the quantifier and convert in into one function. Okay, for all x, here I given s2 of x. That find the father x is the father of y or not. So here I use the function. So instead of existent quantifier, replace that variable. Okay, here I use variable. Now drop the prefix. So already we are dropping. How we can eliminate directly? We are eliminating this statement. Now convert the matrix into conjunction of disjunction. So already you know the De Morgan's law. Suppose given your statement in this format, A and B, then or C. So you have to separate A or C and B or C. Okay. So in this manner you have to separate your rule. Because this is your De Morgan's rule. Already I discussed in your unit number 3. Convert the metric into conjunction of disjunction. So suppose you are giving in this manner A and B or C and D. So you can also write in this manner A or C and A or D and B or C and B or D. Okay. One by one, you have to use this rule and separate all the statement with or sign. So anyone have still doubt in resolution graph?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Most of the students have uploaded their assignment and mostly all are right. I have checked, but some students are remaining.